Always with the mic muted. It seems like I never learn. I never learn. When I switch scene, I need to unmute my mic. It's always the same thing. I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. No Monday LCM, unfortunately. However, the captains are ready, so we're gonna go almost straight into the captain's interview and see you guys there. Oh, one moment. He-
Ape, you're
hello,
connected.
hello. How are you doing,
Hello.
captains?
We're leaking each
Oops.
other's threats.
Yes, yes.
I see, I see.
We're triple
Um,
bluffing our
Exactly.
pocket picks.
a game of mind games here going on.
Mhm. So far, we reached if they pick Malzahar support who goes top lane level 1, we counter with Jarvan, AP support to pop the shield.
I see, I see. Like the Jarvan support W does it scale his attack speed or no?
No,
No, no, no, no, no.
no, just does, it's just more damage on E. That's it.
I see, I see.
But then you, but then you go Lich Bane for the auto.
You could like just pop the carry with the flag and then like boom.
Exactly. Boom. Exactly. And it pops the Malzahar support shield.
Ah, look at all you being smart. Um, but let's get into the interview. Gonna ask perhaps a question which might have heard before on the stream, um, but something to start it off with, guys. Who's the most competitive one on your team, Nano? Tell me.
Competitive, I mean, it's our fucking coach, man, Lemon himself. Oh yeah, that's not a question. That's fucking obvious. Have you seen him
Just,
type, man?
just wait until he gets a PC.
Ah,
Oh
Madonna, wait till he
god!
gets a PC. Wait till he
Oh
gets a
god!
PC. Taf kem inni nibnejdlu ixtri l-partijiet u nġi d-dar tiegħu nibniwlu.
Oh, I really wish to hear like how it goes in the draft. So actually, a question, Nano. How is drafting with Lemon? How is drafting with the coach Lemon, the one, the only?
Mela, I'm going to act it out. Għanuża naqatijiet hawnhekk. Tista' you know, get in the scene. We're drafting, we're picking. We have the spreadsheets open of what they can pick and what we can pick.
They
Hawnhekk
have
qed
an app
naħseb
that shows them.
we have a comfort pick tier list. And it's like imagine a Luke and he's like Mela, okay, qed jagħmlu hekk. And then someone says nista' nagħżel Gragas hawnhekk. Hux fucking Gragas mela titlef mal-ewwel, man.
Oh,
Naħseb ukoll tajjeb hawnhekk, issa ngħidlek x'inhu tajjeb. Yeah, that's basic. But insomma, we pick the draft and it works out and we win sometimes.
you win sometimes.
We win
Mela, they
Interesting.
sometimes.
have an app. Jurjom il-percentage win ta' draft, if it's good or not.
It never fucking works. It doesn't fucking work, bro. It tells you to go like Heimerdinger top lane. And it never. And then it's like, man, it's like, okay, we're playing Anivia bot lane. It doesn't know what the fuck Anivia bot lane does, so it's just a big question mark. It doesn't work.
I think Lemon might punish you in draft because of this. It's fact. Wait, are you? Remind me your role again,
Uh,
Nano.
he's putting me on fucking Galio duty, bro.
Oh, poor Nano. You can. I mean, listen. You can try and pick up Sangalio. Good luck.
Uh,
Um.
Tiħdu xiktar champions ta' ħija. Diġa suċċa bxej.
I feel
you
like
know,
we have to
Drakor
reel
ħanoħru,
them
bro.
bit.
You know, Drakor ħanoħru ħankunu, bro. Galio kontra Sion mid lane diġa għandna raħħa.
A question. A question which I was gonna ask, but you guys are stealing it, is which is gonna be the matchup of the game, right? Like if you had to pick two lanes, which the observer should just stick there and doesn't move. Which lane should it be? For the both of you, I want to hear both your thoughts on it.
Skont id-draft. Issa ngħidlek wara draft.
Naqbel. Naqbel.
Well, I want both of you to drop me in the chat. There's gonna be a pre-interview question. Once the draft is finished, drop in the chat which lane I should be watching, and I'll try my
Yeah.
best to keep the camera on them.
I mean, palissa it's 10 p.m., so if tara to tanks mid lane and you want to something to sleep to, tafu l-fejn trid morru.
So konna ta' nsi playlist b'elevator music għax wara tlet Orn games il-bieraħ, that's what I feel like.
Ouch.
Sorry. Skużani,
Ouch.
Iglas. Orn alone, what do you think, Iglas? Or you gonna change it up so you don't lose your mental?
Ole, forse nilab ma' okay.
Oh god, I really need to find that elevator music playlist. Okay. Did you both watch the previous game?
Yes.
Mhm.
Thoughts on the Anivia bot lane? Something which might be an LCM staple. We're seeing it. Waffle Warriors, you yourself have picked it before. So is this gonna become an LCM staple, you guys think?
I think it's fucking dog shit, and that's why we're going to pick it.
The bluffs are still going on. Eyeglass, attend. What do you think about this Anivia bot lane?
I mean, we're blue side, we have Perspic.
Ooh. Spicy,
fuck?
spicy. Anyways, match should be starting in 2 minutes. I'm gonna let you guys get to it, get prepared for draft, let Lemon teach you a lesson. No, unfortunately, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you don't get absolutely busted. With that,
Għalek
adios
mandiċ
for now.
face game. Xurriet għankun. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao,
Ciao,
guys. And we are back solo. Whoop. Transition. There we go. I don't know. Okay, the transitions are coming out very, very late for some reason. It is what it is. Need to fix something in the OBS. Anyways, just waiting for the draft links to be sent, and I'll get straight to it. I think they have been sent actually. I just have to get on it, and let's see. I am ready for draft whenever it's gonna start. There we go. And ready to transition at any point. Let's see. Spec ready. Actually, I have the Bonbon training me today.
Surprise, surprise, the little bonbon is right here. Hello.
I was just messaging you to unmute. It's nice to have you back on stream, and
Thanks a lot. Glad to be back.
a lot to look forward to today. Waffle Warriors versus Aversio. The stacks are the fans do not think Waffle Warriors can win this. Not at all. I'll quickly
Yes.
show the pick'em stats. Aversio are at a 92% win rate.
12 to 1 are quite interesting odds.
Yeah.
I do think Waffle Warriors could put up a valiant fight, though. We'll see if their total amount of matches that they've played so far will play any factor in this.
Yeah, 110%. Hopefully they have learned from the previous games. They had some really tough opponents. So,
Right, they did.
waiting for the draft to start, and then we can get straight into the draft.
Speaking of the draft, has the UI changed or is it just me? I'm seeing something slightly different from last time.
It has changed. By that, we mean we changed the website, I'm pretty sure.
I see.
So, different website. Let's see if it's all good.
Sitting here in the spectating and waiting for the first pick to go through.
It does show that Aversio are ready, just waiting until Waffle Warrior is ready up. It does seem that perhaps Lemon is berating his teammates, his players, to see.
Personally, I find it very funny that there's 7 people connected to the voice channel for 5 people for the team. Considering that one of them is a microphone.
Oh yeah, one of them is a microphone, so yeah. However, we are into draft, so gonna hop in. Aversio on blue side, and Waffle Warriors are on red side. Aurora Ben is the first one to come through. What bans do you expect here? If Waffle Warriors were watching yesterday games, which I have casted, I am expecting Aurelion Soul, Yon, Yasuo Bent. Target Drakor, it seems to work. However, we do see a change up with the Darius ban on the side of Waffle Warriors. Aversio are respecting, I think, some really comfortable picks for Waffle Warriors. Wukong and Chen, we're breezing through this as the Yon ban comes through for Waffle Warriors. I guess 2 out of 3. I take that. Aversio with the first pick. Let's see how this goes.
Right, so with Aversio, I've heard that their bot lane is very strong. I do think that they would leave the support and ADC for later, but that might be the different case today.
And nope, they went with the core key, so it's not a different
But that
case.
could be a flex pick. That could be a
Could
flex
be.
pick, either the mid laner or the ADC.
You are right, and this is like a kind of the power of a core key blue side first pick. Very flexible pick. I do think it's more suited to be an AD carry with the recent buffs to his passive, his auto attacks. However, still very flexible depending what Waffle Warriors pick here. As I don't know if it's me or the draft link broke, or I'm stuck on 12 seconds.
I think that they might have picked Echo and he froze time. Let's have a look back. Timer is bugged. Yes, it's actually bugged. So no arcane buff coming in for the drafting service.
We might have to redo it instead. So we might have to
suggesting
restart the
that
draft.
they go play LOL Idol. What would that be?
Another drafting set. Wait. Oh.
All right. Interesting.
Right. Classic. I'm
Hmm.
gonna start with Anivia. You know, it's been the highlight. I should really be paying more attention to what they're doing in the draft. We have a mana ranged Freljord to more than 1009, not a middle champion. You know, Freljord
mana
Ghost Spirit.
ranged.
Female. So someone who's male.
Ash, perchance.
Ash.
Oh wait, sorry, male.
Jin.
Jesus, Jin.
Maybe. Ooh, close. 2016.
Wow.
So what champions were released in 2016, Lemon?
Like I'd remember. I joined like 2 years after.
A ranged, not bottom. So it's either a ranged jungler. There aren't many ranged junglers. Who's a human from Ionia as well. Male Ionians.
Ranged main human from Ionia.
Male Ionians. Who are the male Ionians?
Does Rakan count as ranged?
Does he?
I mean, he has like 400 auto attack range. Oh.
No.
We're seeing the drafter come back. We're seeing the draft list coming back.
Draft. Okay. We'll continue this after the draft.
Yes, perhaps we'll have to.
As we see a reset. Okay, onto the reset. Guys in chat, do you have anyone for this? I'm curious. Do you expect anyone here? Maybe? I'll let you cook.
Just watch someone go and really quickly speedrun the entire daily guess and then just give us the answer flat out and pretend that they were right from the beginning.
They will 100% do that. I will give them the credit if they do. As we are in draft, just replicating versus this first pick, the Corki and Waffle Warriors were given a bit of disadvantage. To see the Rakan now show his face.
Speaking of the devil, Rakan and Zaya?
Ooh. Oh, that looks so clean in draft, by the way. That looks so clean.
Does. Perhaps if the portraits were just shifted a little bit, then we could make a two-piece portrait where they link up. That'd be very nice.
That would like just OCD like perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Now Aversio need to make a choice.
Unfortunately, this is a free tool and we can't expect too much from them. And we're stuck at 12 seconds again.
Back to content. Loaded. Okay, male.
Damn right, low idol.
Male.
Okay, so he's considered melee after all.
He is. So male ranged Ionian.
A ranged Ionian male.
In 2016.
I was about to say Hui, Jesus.
No, 2016.
Yes.
2016. There's so many champions in 2016, man. Ionian.
I'm gonna go look through my league collection to see if maybe the champion floats up. I'm actually forgetting how many champions there are in this game.
Okay. Until they recreate the draft, back to the... Man, I feel like I'm breaking out. Spec ready. Wait. There we go. So, back to this. Cannon. Oh, cannon.
Right, that sounds about right. No, but he's a mana champion, not energy.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that. Hmm.
Ionia something. He's a double. What like? Is there an Ionian Nexus or something? As we are waiting for the bans to come through again.
Ionian Nexus, isn't that Swain?
Is he?
I mean, he could be from Ionia. He went there for war, canonically.
No, I think he's Noxus. He's Noxus.
But no, that would make sense. He's proper Noxus, yeah. And that
Is
would be the
Ezreal
old war
Ionian?
zone. No, he's Demacian. Sorry, from Piltover and Demacia, both.
Oh. As they are just still repeating the draft. We're really bad at this.
I know, right?
Oh, we have champions in front of us. Okay, anyone that's like ranged Ionian. We do see the Braum pick now coming through. So Braum was the intended pick there, instantly locked in, responding to Zaya. Very good, can deny the feathers, denying a lot of the CC potential on the side of Zaya. So
That would leave him with a very difficult decision, however, because Braum would have to either face his shield backwards or forwards, block the auto attacks or the feathers, or preemptively block them.
usually preemptively block them with the wall, so that if you block them, they don't actually go all the way. They sit in front of you, which is fine if you're looking to disengage. As Gangplank, one of Iglo's favorite picks, is picked. However, I've been told something by the Star Forger in a hidden corner in a hidden alleyway. He told me whenever you see Iglos on Gangplank, the entire team like shivers because this Iglos is either going 1-9 or 9-1, no in between.
Ah, I see. So they're giving the coin flip chance to this game, or they're
Cho'Gath?
very serious. Cho'Gath? Cho'Gath, you can't eat Gangplank barrels, silly. What are you doing picking that champion? He's gonna get poked out under tower.
Maybe it's a Cho'Gath mid. That would be some cooking, perhaps.
Very interesting.
Um,
Yes.
Interesting pick. I don't like it. Not at all. But it is what it is.
Maybe they just wanted two of the same ability, both a Rakan W and Cho'Gath Q.
Could be the
Just
case.
in case one misses.
Double knock up, you know. To
Yep,
see
yep.
the Shin ban here coming through from Waffle Warriors makes sense. The Shin. Does it actually make sense? Shin here could be strong decently, but I don't think. Perhaps denying it from the Star Forger. A Jarvan ban, I would say, makes sense here, but we could see the Aurelion Solis banned.
Picking
Draft.
Shin here would force Aversio into a heavy AD draft, which would all be the profit for Cho'Gath. He would be able to itemize just full armor and fist fight for the entire game.
True. I very start looking like they need an AP jungler, and Starforge's AP junglers for people who follow the UK league. You know? No hating.
From
Just
the name, I'm hearing Starforger and I'm hearing AP Jungle. I'm thinking, like the chat was saying earlier, Aurelion Sol Jungle.
have you saw that it's banned? Respectfully, it
Oh,
gets
he was the
banned.
first ever ban. Oh,
It gets banned
okay.
always against this guy, and they should, because if
So he's
Starforger
that
gets,
much of a menace, is what you're saying.
bro, he dropped a pentakill in their first international match on Aurelion Soul. Dude's a menace.
I see that. All right.
As
So Aversio is a proper professional team. They go abroad and have full-on games. Is that what you're saying?
they're playing against in a UKL league, so yes. Waffle Warriors do have a stacked against them, and that's why the fan predictions are so one-sided. If you ask me, we wanted AP damage. We got the Syndra. That's a lot of AP damage. Also showcased yesterday.
And some true damage.
Yeah. And also, whoever walks forward towards the Syndra, health bar will go pop. Bye bye. You no longer exist.
Disappearance.
Exactly.
Right. So perhaps we could hope for the rare and elusive Blue Cane to make quick work of this Syndra.
Could be the case, as we do see the Amumu back on Starforger after his yesterday performance. So now just leaving the final pick open, and Waffle Warriors with the counter in either mid or the Shogun is mid would be interesting cooking, I would say. But let's see what they finalize the drafts with. Oh, drum roll, please. It is going to be the Hui, it seems. And Hui locked in against Sidra. Very long poke. Long range poke coming out.
We're having a snipe off in the mid lane.
Indeed, indeed. Interesting draft to conclude it all. So, yeah.
Right. We're seeing a very heavy skirmishing draft on both sides. Both of the teams very flexible with their fighting, very powerful AoE, CC, a lot of engage, a lot of disengage here and there. I don't think that there is any favorable side to this draft. I don't think that Waffles or Aversio picked better or worse.
The Cho'Gath to me is
I
the
mean,
one thing.
the Cho'Gath is a bit weird, but I wouldn't say that from a personal standpoint because I did play him today. Ooh, ooh.
But he doesn't fare at all well in the Gangplank. Gangplank is quite a good tank shredder, especially
Yes, he would
early
get
game.
poked out fully.
So, and even funnily enough, Cho'Gath is my highest mastery champion, if I'm not mistaken, because I used to play him a lot in top lane back when I thought that playing as a support is not the way I should carry my games. So I will say that just based off that, the top lane is going to be very sided towards this Gangplank. Aversa do win it overall. I just because of top, I would say Aversa do have the draft advantage. Brom will not be having like a lot to block. I think the Brom was picked a bit too early, but still really really good. They do have a bit of mixed disengage and engage, but with even Gangplank Global could be used very aggressively here in this bot side. So
Indeed. Ooh. And we're hearing them on the league client picking out their champions.
Indeed they are.
Right. Now, really quickly, I think we could go back to our LOL Idol
yes.
Segment here.
Yes,
I went.
The more important stuff.
I went and had a look through.
Oops.
A male Ionian ranged top laner. Or not top laner. What would he be?
Guys in chat, do you have any ideas?
Can we go through champions to just figure out what
Wait,
role
no,
he's in?
he's a jungler. Which
A jungler.
Shaco. Wait, no.
Udyr. I mean,
But
he's
the
not ranged. Nidalee? No,
Nidalee?
Nidalee is from Shurima, from Ishtal.
Uh,
None of this makes sense.
Which Yasin in the chat? Come on, you know your junglers. Which is an Ionian male ranged jungler? Huh?
We're leaving Janssen confused as well. Shen. Shen is very ranged, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. Jungle. I'm just gonna type junglers of league, cause now I'm very confused. Oh. No. What? Wait. No. There aren't that many male range champions.
No, wait. No, there are hardly any. Most of them are ADCs. Such as Varus, who used to be from
Ionia.
That's Bilgewater. We're getting very confused with this one. The sidetracking goes absolutely diabolical.
Oh, we are completely sidetracked. Ivern, not male, bro.
Ivern! No, that is Ivern, yes. Ranged, male, and from Ionia. He used to be from the Freljord in the lore.
Oh, we got it!
Janssen coming in, the GOAT.
The goat. No, back to draft. Sorry about
yes,
that,
thank
guys.
you. My apologies, right. So, serious face on. We were being asked who we think personally, red side or blue side, would win.
Yeah.
I really think that the draft is a 50-50, but seeing as Aversio are 12-1 odds and they have a professional career playing in some minor league in the United Kingdom, like you mentioned previously, it would have to lean towards Aversio from my side. But I would like to believe in the local team of Waffle Warriors.
Now, here's a secret, guys. If you look at Pick'ems, and you look at who voted Waffle Warriors, you will see a single Waffle Warriors vote. That's me. And I will die on this hill. Waffle Warriors, I'm trusting you. Cause an upset. Give us entertainment. Shock the Maltese community. You can do it. I believe, because I myself was an underdog against Agony, and I believe we could win. Yes, we didn't win, but perhaps we can find the win. Give us hope, the underdogs in this tournament. Show us that, these underdog teams can find wins where it matters. We believe in you, Waffle. Well, I believe in you, Waffle Warriors. And with that
Hopefully the
speech,
chat believes in them too. Right.
hopefully Lemon believes in his own team.
Lemon. Oh yeah, speaking of Lemon, he left the chat. The coaches are not allowed to stay in while the game is ongoing, are they?
Yeah. No, they aren't. They
Oh, I see.
aren't. Because that would be unfair. Mimicking like how it is. So in professional play, for people who do not know anything about the ratios and what happens currently, Everton are on 2 wins, 0 losses. They have a 100% win rate. Waffle Warriors are with 1 win, 2 losses, with 33% win rate. They have lost both their games on the red side, and they have lost, if I'm not mistaken, to Agony and HUJ. So those are the teams they lost to. So, they didn't lose to the weak opponents, they lost to quite strong opponents which are being called now favorites, as always. Hugh has 4 wins, 1 loss under their belt, if I'm not mistaken. Agony are looking to just completely dominate this tournament on a 3 or 4 win streak at the current time. And the Verts are looking to challenge that. So, as we're getting into the game, last time we did this, and I want to ask you the same question again. Who do you think has the better skins, the Bomben?
Okay, we're seeing the matching double legendary skin in the bot lane from Zyra Khan. A cheap shot, but a very successful one. I genuinely think that Waffle Warriors have the better drip here.
I see. Waffle Warriors with the drip coming out. However, I have to say, Corky, one of my favorite things in League of Legends.
Goated.
One of, almost single-handedly, I want to give it to Corky. Not even a verse. Corky just wins against everything. He's such a funny skin. I hope we get to see the jiggling Corgi there. It would be really nice.
Perchance we could ask a Versio to back it up.
Exactly. The real important stuff is just the Corky showing off. As we are heading straight into this game, bruh, my lisp coming out there. Quickly gonna fix the scoreboards and get straight to it.
Right, we're sitting on 15 seconds here. No delay?
18,
19.
20,
Yes, no delay.
No
Perfect.
delay. We have everything sorted out so that there will be no scuff, right? No scuff today.
No
Hopefully.
scuff.
Hopefully.
So to see. Right, we're seeing a very, very passive 5-point vision from all of the players. We're seeing Syndra walk up just enough to see the entire mid lane. Amumu sitting in that bush. Gangplank covering the other entrance. Braum, Corky, both of them covering their own respective ends. Absolutely 0 holds in this defense. Same goes from Waffle Warriors' side. No vision missed, so to say.
Highlighting a bit the fog of war for both of them. Both teams unable to spot each other, as no one will have any information on who is where, who's starting where. We do see Amumu is starting in the bot side, with Kane starting on his Raptors.
Start on red. Right, both of the champions in jungle are starting a solo red clear, meaning that we might be seeing some bot lane gankage from Kane and some top lane gankage from Amumu. Would a gank on Cho'Gath work for this early on? Cho'Gath expert, would you be so kind to tell us?
Yes, Cho'Gath early on is quite vulnerable. Unless he gets his level 3, unless you find the knock up, you're gonna die in that gank, or at least force the flash. You're very immobile. What you do if you know that you're under threat for gank, you actually hold your E. And I used to run back in the day when phase rush on Cho'Gath was viable. Used to run phase rush and just proc phase rush and then get away, and hold your Q to hit the jungler. You can use this as a spacing tool, so if the jungler is walking towards you, you either force him to flash over it, or put it in front of him, or else he has to wait for it to go up, and by that point he can walk away. So depending on if Cho'Gath's Q is up, it can be viable. It can be a viable gank, but also there's so much thing you need to take into consideration: wave state, mana, etc. Cho'Gath is a very sustainable champion in lane with his passive, allowing him to heal off every minion kill, also giving him small amounts of mana. As we do see that Cho'Gath was able to get the early shove due to his abilities early on, and is able to get vision where Amumu started, spotting that both blue and Gromp are still up, giving information to Kayn that Amumu will be parting to top side. Averso still have the ward, which will be spotting Kayn once he starts on blue side, so it's kind of mirrored almost up perfectly.
Yes, the macro is actually perfectly mirrored from both of the sides. We're seeing both of the junglers getting spotted at around the same time, walking in for the same things. But King gets spotted trying to make a gank and has to back off to clear his growth.
Yep. We're seeing Zambiru with the early shove, getting to play this very aggressive Cho'Gath. Shun needs to be slightly careful knowing that Amumu was most likely in his top side.
He did see Brickcoon going towards that Grump, so right now he would either be under threat of a lane gank, or he would see Brickcoon walking into the river. But Zambiru, instead of taking that easy recall, knowing the jungler is right next to him, decides to shove out one more wave. Very interesting choice.
I just noticed it is the Starforger on the AD carry instead of his jungle role, so a bit of a swap there.
Oh yeah, you're right, I didn't even notice.
As Kayn is hovering here for a gank with his blue buff still up, he's risking a lot if this gank does not pay off. However, Awaken might have stepped way too far forward. Brom will play now onto his Corki as Merkart is getting chunked. Flash forward with the Starforger will look to secure his first blood. Heal not enough to save him as Kayn will be collecting another kill in return. And Amumu does, I think, doesn't find the top side camp. Just Brickcoon looking now to find the gank onto the Hui, able to get away with that as Kayn is hovering for him just in case stuff goes wrong.
Right. We did, however, see that bot lane trade-off, even though the first kill went to Team Aversio, this was actually more worth it for Waffle Warriors. Corki ended up missing out on a whole wave and a half worth of minion XP, and is actually a level behind walking into lane. And that's it, him catching up. Right.
We're seeing perhaps again on the Syndra. Dracoron, very low mana, needs to be careful. Just use Scatter of the Week to try and find something on Nano. Doesn't have the Scatter of the Week for the gank, forced to flash. And because of that, now the Syndra is very vulnerable in the mid lane. Kayn still needs to reset, to be fair. He needs to go base and buy some damage items because currently he doesn't have the damage.
And would you look at the coincidence, the Kayn and the Amumu reset at approximately the same time. As we see Amumu walking out of his spawn and Kayn just reaching his inhib, the two of them are almost perfectly in sync with their clear routes.
They really are like completely in sync.
Oh.
And pause. Oh my god, what a jump scare. Hopefully nothing major. Short pause.
Well, idle.
If only we could, but no. Let's talk a bit about the game state. We have grab spawning in 25 seconds. Both junglers are here in their top side, and Amumu does have a bit more farm than this Kayn, but with Kayn his clear is relatively fast. He should be able to find a lot of camps very quickly, but there could be a fight happening where Amumu has a level advantage on the Kayn, and it would be very disadvantageous, especially if Amumu was able to seconds to 20 seconds just looking at a paused screen.
Oh. No, nothing. Okay.
It's normal. Hopefully it comes
My
back.
screen spazzed out there for a second. Oh.
And
okay.
we're back.
And we're back. Okay, 540, 541, 542.
542, 3, yeah.
Okay. It seems that we jinxed it earlier by saying that we're gonna have a stream with no scuffs.
The caster curse is real, guys. The caster case is real. As Zambiru and Gangplank now both on these level 6, I just realized I no longer have the scoreboard open, so I'm quickly gonna toggle it. There we go, toggle it, bro, toggle. Ugh, my lisp today. I'm still recovering from the poppy everywhere on the map. not even support. She was a top laner, jungler, mid laner, as we are seeing Iglos getting completely destroying Zambiru here. Zambiru forced to flash, will still get sniped by Iglos as grabs are secured by the side of Aversio, and Waffle Warrior is just responding with the
Taking
dragon.
Drake instead. Right. If you were that Cho'Gath, is there anything that you could have done differently yourself? Maybe not fist fighting Gangplank there was a better option?
Yes, but I mean, you know, you need to be aware of Gangplank's power spike. You might have wanted there to look for a reset. You have teleport, and you need to be proactive with your reset on a Cho'Gath. Because if you're reactive against a champion which can duel you, he will duel you. That's usually how it goes, especially since you know that like people are on grubs. It is a good time to look for a reset. You are very weak on that side. However, we do see Awaken go forward, forcing Alehagar's clans. Maher trying to respond to this. However, he is still a Kane which hasn't evolved. He himself now has to flash. Zaya does take level 6. Corki gets ignited by Melkart. This is Zaya waiting on the Featherstorm, waiting to pull back the Fires. Does root. Awaken in play. Starforger does go forward. Gets staked very low. Alahagar with 3 stacks on the Braum passive. Corki unable to find the 4th one for the stun, and a bit of a fist fight in the bot side. However, no one dies.
Right, a very interesting trade back and forth, very well played by Melkart. We were seeing some very nice positioning from the Zaya and the Rakan, truly utilizing their unique interactions.
Yep. As Zambiru is now in a very unfortunate position in lane. At this point in lane, as a Shogat, you are just sitting under tower and you're just gonna get poked.
But the stacks don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. Zambiru should be catching up and at some point making it back.
We do see an engage onto this mid lane as Nano does get caught out with Scatter of the Weak. Brickoon immediately flashing to secure the Q. CC chain, Nano dies. Very well played inside of Verso, catching
Roll
Nano out of
credits.
position.
So, with mid laner dead, Syndra here gets to push out a very nice wave. Brickoon still being spotted in his own jungle. I'm very surprised how they still have vision on him after all this time, even with Zambiru being forced to sit under tower. We're seeing bot lane catching some waves in their side of the lane. And no objectives coming up for the time being. This is going to be another grace period unless some fistfights break out here and there on the map.
Yeah, and this fist fight could break up. It's easy to stop lane as Zambiru has used his ult currently in a weak state where he could get dove and doesn't have retaliation to Iglos being a bit out of position. Here, that's how it works with Cho'Gath. Your ult, you can use it to stack some health. But the moment you use that, you don't have any more kill threat on Gangplank. Gangplank can now play very aggressive and don't really have a way to punish him or kill him. So Zambiru, the moment he walks forward, will continue to get chunked out. It's not a fun lane for Cho'Gath, however he is holding even in lane, which is actually pretty good. Using his passive correctly and his abilities to the maximum efficiency. I like it. Zambiru playing a very good Cho'Gath game in a lane which is definitely not fun to play if you're on the side of Zambiru.
Yes, I would like to commend Zambiru's patience. But I would also like to comment that for some reason, every time the camera pans over to Corki, I hear his machine gunning sound effect from his E permanently playing and not stopping.
You are cursed for the entire rest of the spectator game. There's nothing you can do about it. Luckily for the stream, we don't have that. So, haha,
Thank
deal with
God.
it. Skill issue, man. Skill issue.
Most unfortunate.
Yep.
The Starforger is absolutely BMing Waffle Warriors' bot lane by spamming emotes on them every couple of seconds. He's very much so flexing and trying to win the mental warfare.
I would like to see what these players have on their emote selection, huh? Would be interesting.
Perhaps we should start an emote of the tournament. Sort of like the favorite emote this entire tournament.
Ooh, we could have something like that going on. Would be
Personally, a
giving
really big
incentive.
fan of the Timo emotes so far.
As Nano is not a big fan of emotes, as he does emote himself to the grave, as Ali Hagar is trying to 1v1 the Starforger. Starforger does find himself with very low HP, heal does come out, he's still rooted in place. However, he doesn't need the mana to auto-attack, and with Conqueror stacked, he does find kill onto Ali Hagar, still winning that 1v1 finds the solo kill, and Melkart here to avenge his girlfriend in-game. Starforger looking for the execute. He does emote the T1 cut there as Melkart will just basic attack him to that, will look to freeze the wave, and does find revenge for his girlfriend. He will be sleeping in the bed tonight and not on the couch. As Drakor might have stepped a bit too far forward there. Nano looking for the solo kill on Drakor, and he does
And-
find it.
Wow, that was a 1.5 shots. We were seeing a full health Syndra 1 second, and we were not seeing her the other. That was a QW from Nano that one-shot Syndra at quarter health.
Yes,
A lot of unexpected damage for a champion who only has Lost Chapter and Fated Ashes.
I don't know if you are aware, but that ability specifically, if the unit hit is isolated, it means the only unit hit. It does increase the damage of it, as Nano just TPs back, scatters of the weak him, and you're like, you solo killed me, now I solo kill you, now maybe you solo kill me again, and what are we doing here? As Corky
We're
now,
seeing some we're seeing some top lane gameplay in the mid lane.
yeah,
A lot of fist fighting, surprisingly.
Corky with
Right,
24
parallel
is now a
to-
menace.
Hmm.
And this was
Parallel to all of that was happening, we did see Versio claiming 6 Void Grubs for themselves really quickly and very sneakily, to the point that even the directed camera didn't pan over to show it to us. They were just that sneaky with it.
Yep.
Even sneakier yet is this dragon that they're pulling off while pulling the wool over Waffle's eyes, as they are getting yet another free objective for themselves.
Yes.
Wow, the early game tempo is really paying off this time.
The Kane is a bit behind by a bit. He's quite decently behind here. I'm not even sure he has evolved yet. As Igros is going into the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath doesn't fight the ult in time. However, this time Kane is here to cover for his partner. Finally, all
He would have found the ult there, but unfortunately he just ran short on mana right as he was about to get that consume.
and the bot lane. Hagar able to pick up the Starforger with the Feather of the Storm. He might die to the Amumu, as Amumu is able to make him low enough for Awaken to collect that kill with the Bronchu. However, in a 3v2, finding a 1-for-1, it's not that bad. With Cho'Gath now even having the shove, he could look to reset. He needs to be careful of Iglos teleport. He could look to die immediately on the teleport, as Iglos has completed his Trinity Force. I think it's a bit of an overstay from Zambiru. However, he might just be able to get away with it. Greedy recall as well. I could see Zambiru here dying. If Iglos does walk forward, shoves a barrel in that bush. However,
He does not.
he does not. As Drakor looking to poke out Marhir, his 3 abilities get most of his health bar, and Marhir is not having a fun time in this jungle.
Yes, we're actually looking at Kane, who is past 12 minutes, who does not have his form. According to league statistics and according to, what are they called again? Eternals, this is the expected time for Kane to transform, so he's actually 2.5 minutes behind schedule.
And if I were to check quickly on the schedule progress,
And he does have Blue Kane ready, however, he's not transforming into it, so that means that he's delaying it on purpose and waiting for Red to come up.
Zambiru will be facing 3 members of Aversio. Yes, you're a beefy Cho'Gath, but you're not beefy enough for 3 members. As he will look to ult a minion, I think. No minions in range, unfortunately, there, so not even able to get a stack off in his ult. Unfortunate. Aversio lose nothing on the cross map, as actually they gain a tower in this bot side, as Rakan was not there to punish. And Corky positioning aggressively. However, Nano again. I called it out before. Now he finds the solo kill onto Syndra. Next, Syndra will find the solo kill onto Nano, and we're gonna keep going. A Starforger is overextended. However, there is a Gangplank ult, and Alehagor was a bit too low. Now Melkart is running for his life. However, Mahir here to back him up. The Starforger trying to 2v1. However, those are 2 very strong champions, and Kane will collect his 3rd kill of the game. He is on a killing spree. However, Aversio are currently 5k gold ahead.
Right, we're seeing that they are 5k gold ahead, but where is the majority, the bulk of that gold concentrated? We're seeing that there is a money-making tool in the top lane, Gangplank, with his Silver Serpents and gold generation from his Q. He's sitting at 130 farm, which is actually even with Cho'Gath. I'm very surprised. And we're seeing that Corky is 30 farm ahead of Xayah. a lot of money in those two lanes in particular. The two mid laners seem to be going even, but that just seems to be a farce because needless, large rod is purchased on Syndra.
So, to point it out, we have Syndra has a 1k gold lead on Hui, Cho'Gath is 2k gold behind on this Gangplank, and there is an almost 2k gold lead in the bot lane on this Corgi.
Right, so as I mentioned, the Gangplank is even on farm with Cho'Gath, quite literally 2 farm away from him, and they're 2k gold apart from each other. That means that Gangplank's passive, and for a strike, the money printer technology themselves have generated him 2,000 whole gold, just like that.
He does have 2 kills and 2 assists to be fair, and I think one of them
Oh,
was
that is also true. I forgot to notice that one.
I can quickly see just how much he got from that. Where do you see this shift? How much gold? No, I mean
300 gold gain from first strike. Oh, okay. He also has refund, a very rarely used rune.
so this Gangplank is just like cheating the economy. What you're telling me? Where's the IRS when you
Yes.
need them? IRS! He's laundering the money. Go get him.
He's pirating it, so to say.
He is.
Right, we see Kane recalling and finally getting his form. We're seeing a 17-minute-and-a-half transformation to Red Kane from
Ali
Mario.
Hagar might just be dead. And we are seeing 2 fights. Al Hagar able to make it out in the meantime in this mid lane. We are seeing a fight, but Zombiru is just a tanky Cho'Gath. And the Star Forger is hitting.
A hit, and a hit, but to very little avail because with all of that in mind, he's now reduced Cho'Gath to just 1,000 health.
As Bracoon looking to invade the Kane. Kane is not living a happy life. Did he even find that steal? Doesn't matter. He trades his life for it. Ah man, Meher, you need to realize, bro, that camp is no longer yours. Just like be like, okay, I don't do this. I got out of there. It's fine.
With Syndra and Braum on top of the camp, that was an absolute no-go for any sane player. It seems that Meher might be pulling out some crazy plays here or there.
Indeed, he might.
Crazy as in a mental asylum, though, I believe.
Well,
Because so far, even with his lead being 3-0 before this blunder in the jungle,
what's
he
happening
did
on
not
the bot side?
manage to push out any objectives. The bot side is currently suffering from top laner syndrome. That would be no one wants to stop GP because if they try alone, they won't succeed. If they try with 2, they'll both die. If they try with 3, they'll give away all of their lanes. Trying with
And-
5 might work.
They are trying with 4 till now, as Igros will be collected by Al Hagar. And Awaken now looking to be also collected. Zambiro look for the Q, however, just sorry, not Prower man, Awaken able to get out of that. It seems like I might also need to go to an asylum because I'm still living in the past and still thinking that Prower is on this team.
Prower. Would you
Prower is
happen to...
Previous support of Aversio on the first game of LCM.
Ah, I see. So they do have some spare players as well.
Yes, they do.
Could you freshen me up on the rules of the LCM?
Substitute?
Yes.
So you're allowed to have substitutes. The only rule is that if you are gonna substitute any player from your main roster, you need to inform the team 24 hours beforehand. Unless something, of course, happens in emergency cases, we're a bit more flexible than a Riot official tournament. So, but in general, you should give a 24-hour priority to to the team, so they're aware they can plan the draft accordingly. Not you just show up. Oh no, we're playing with this substitute today. Deal with it.
I see. So if a team were to swap around roles, like let's say how we're
Roles
seeing
is-
this game,
that's-
Raccoon and Starforger swapping roles.
That's normal. There's nothing you can do there. That is allowed in any league game. I mean, you have 5 players. For all people care, we could have 5 players as support, as the support does find a triple man knock up. How trying to carry a verse over Bracoon, still able to collect Al Hagar. This Zaya looking very weak. Now Bracoon looking to hit this blast cone. He does blast cone just on top of himself, sending Kane into the Baron pit. Now the Star Forger is trying to kill the Cho'Gath. Kane now still trying to find the kill on Bracoon. He will go inside of him, and this Kane will get out, finding the shutdown onto this Amumu, but now is facing a very angry Gangplank who just saw his jungler die. And at the end of the day, it's a 2-4-2, and with that much gold on the sitting on the side of Aversio, Damn! Waffle Warriors are putting up a defense. Oh, Iglos just goes straight into them with the blast cone as Awaken is here to help him out. Iglos now looking to clean field, already on a double, looking to find a triple. However, is shot down by Lahagra. Now Awaken finds himself in way too overextended. He's like, Iglos, what are you doing, man? I trusted you with my life, but he will still make it out. No, he won't, because he will be rooted in place with the feathers from Zaya, as due to that play now, they give both top tier 2 and mid tier 2. Something that the Versi are really good at doing is taking your towers. You think you have towers, you do a play, you exit the play, and all of a sudden, against the Versi, all your towers are gone. And you're like, what? Huh? Man!
What happened? Where did they go?
Exactly.
Right. I was seeing some very interesting flipping happening there in that jungle. We were seeing a really nice catch from Waffle Warriors getting the jump on a Versio, but it quickly being flipped around on them. I think that we would want to see that during the analytics task. We're having it today, right?
Yeah, we are.
Very nice.
As we do wait a bit for the time being, as there are no objectives on the map, we should not see any fighting. Hopefully, guys.
But we are late enough into the game for Nano to be able to pick off people just upon his whim, and for any of the participating players to be able to pull pressure towards them just by being visible.
Indeed, indeed.
Cho'Gath getting a very nasty split off on the top lane. Syndra going to match him. We're not going to be seeing that tower falling anytime soon whatsoever. Cho'Gath, probably detecting that that's exactly what's going to happen, recalls preemptively and decides to join up with his team. With Dragon coming up soon, Cho'Gath could be a pivotal player there, but oh, what's that? He decides to not do any of that. Just sits on top like that, and he recalls again. The inner machinations of a Cho'Gath player's mind are truly an enigma.
They really are. As we do have a bit of just, for a Versi, there's nothing you can do on the map. For people who are saying who won the first game, Agony, Repho, it ain't much of a surprise, I think, for people. MCS did give it their best shot. Yeah.
MCS, that would be Miscreants, right?
Yep.
I believe I commented over one of their games. They were quite a good team.
Thank you.
Cool.
As we are seeing Brickhoon a bit too overextended. He does have the ult though, and the damage that is coming through. Zaya trying her best to keep her team alive. Brickhoon still going in. The damage with this Leanderis is insane. The feathers will find 2 people. We do see Cho'Gath come through on the Awaken. Not even enough to find the kill there, as he does
I think that was actually
survive.
Guardian saving Awaken right there and then.
It could have been the case, as now Zambiru might find himself a bit overextended. The Cho'Gath, very immobile, does find the knock-up onto Dragor. He is walking towards them, however, he will fall down, as now Versio are looking to secure their 3rd Drake.
Right, with 3 Drakes in their bag, Aversio do seem to be snowballing this game, getting a very clear lead ahead. Not a very balanced match. Unfortunately, I believe that your prediction of Waffle Warriors being in favor here might be falling through. I am still a valiant believer that the 50-50 might happen here.
Listen, a game ain't over again until a game is over, right? This Gunplank though is making it look like it's over, I'm gonna be honest.
Right, like you mentioned previously, he could be 1-10, he could be 10-1. I believe that this game he's 10-1. Actually, allow me to correct that, 7-3-3.
He will reach, I think, the 10-3 or like around the 10 kill mark for sure. Iglos decided to show up today on the Gangplank, especially against the Cho'Gath. It is a very easy lane for the Gangplank, I would say. Nothing much you can do on the Cho'Gath. As we do see the Renduin Sonnen completed, trying to negate the crit damage on the side.
But
of
I'm
the
surprised.
Gangplank
I'm very
and
surprised that Cho'Gath is not itemizing some more magic resist. Syndra seems to be going right through him, but at that point, if he's getting one shot, why not get one shot in style?
It seems like he is optimizing the magic resist for the next item, but he needed perhaps thought that he'd be facing against Gangplank, or needs to hold him a bit more in lane, so he started that build. As the Q will find Awaken will just walk towards him, and Zambiru is getting tested. However, there is no Syndra right now to get through him. He's taking such a long time to die. The knockup from the Brom is there. Merkart will use his ult, will charm the Star Forger in his Corki. However, just there isn't the damage. Zaya not even allowed to hit their way too far away as Bracoon has locked onto this Zaya. Ali Hagar very low. Brom will flash forward to secure Ali Hagar's death as Awaken will fall to the tower. However, Nano the only one alive, and he is trying to save the Waffles Warriors' hopes and dreams as he finds a triple kill, and he single-handedly might hold this game as Igros is looking towards a very, very tasty kill. If he had the ultimate or some sort of
The pressure is on.
well played from Nano there, buying his team perhaps another 3 minutes.
Right, with the pressure on, Nano getting pressure cooked in the mid lane currently. He has to face off against the menace that is Igloss. Igloss has to retreat a bit early and does not get to push out anymore as all of Waffle Warriors has respawned. We're now seeing a potential rush for an end here from Aversio. A very concise play. And a Ghost Barrel from Igloss. Right, a lot of spam pinging from the Star Forger, showing us that Brom is indeed alive. Thank you for the call out.
Yep.
Indeed.
Go on Corki, go on Corki. I am on Corki. Wait, I'll go Corki. I've been requested a Corki.
We've been told to watch Corki. Right, he's currently clearing out that red buff.
It does seem like something happened, and you know,
We might have
we did
missed it
miss
due
it.
to directed camera.
We did miss it. And Zambiru is pushing out this bot lane, and that does give a very slow. They go ahead to start this. Nash, as now Nano will be TPing in, and they need to try and save their game here. It's their final stand here for the side of Waffle Warriors. If Averse are able to get this Nash, it is gonna be game over as Bracoon does go in. Awaken does help him out. Zambiru is in the pit. Melka trying to find double knockup coming through here. However, the damage isn't there from the side of Waffle Warriors. However, Alahagar able to pick up some kills. 2 dead on the side of Waffle Warriors. Al-Hagar will trade his life with the Star Fortress as Iglos and Drakor are the only 2 alive. Nano again finds himself the only man alive to defend his base. And I think Averso here will be looking for the end. Nano has to pull the impossible. He needs to survive against this Gangplank, and his health bar just gets absolutely deleted off the face of the map as we are having Aversio storming Waffle Warriors base. Waffle Warriors have gave it their all in a 50 kill game. We have seen that, you know, they gave it their all, almost 20 kills on the side of Waffle Warriors. You know, good job, well played, you tried your best. You have faced some of the strongest opponents in your first 4 matches. Unlucky Waffle Warriors. However, Aversio, GG, well played. You proved your fans right. You proved everyone who believed in you that you would find the win today, and you did it in style. Good job, Aversio. You did a good job.
Round of applause for Team Aversio as they win this round and go on to be 3-0 in this tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They indeed have been. They're going 3-0 with this win, yes.
Right, but as the saying goes, steel forges steel. Waffle Warriors, having had played against some of the strongest teams, if I'm not mistaken, both Agony and Aversio so far in the tournament, are going to come out stronger and are going to for sure come back with at least, let's say, another 2-3 winning games. Let's say that. I would like to hope so at least.
I will say that they definitely look one of the stronger teams, Waffle Warriors, even though they are sitting currently 1-3. They have lost to Agony, Aversio, and Hugh. The strongest 3 teams currently in the tournament. Don't worry, it's fine. You make it back, you're gonna face now weaker opponents. Doesn't mean you underestimate them, right? But
Stay serious, stay vigilant, don't underestimate the other
Exactly.
players. You never know who might pull a secret trick out of their cape. I get it, reference to LOL Idol from beforehand. Hey.
and with that, I will be heading to Nana's desk, and I think that's all I will be having you on for today, Lebambon. Not sure if you have any closing words for the stream.
Nothing too special. That was a very interesting game and quite educational. Let's hope that we see Waffle Warriors coming back with a win the next time they play.
Indeed. Thank you, Lebambon, and with that, I'm gonna head over to Analyst desk.
Yep. Thank you, Luke. See you.
See ya. Hello, Jansen. You are today's analyst, and let me know if you're ready for the analysis.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Luke, for joining me, and to you, the rest of the stream. I'm currently fast forwarded already into the about the 14th minute mark, as pretty much most of the plays earlier on in this game were mostly due to solo kills and uh, just a case of trading. But I want to highlight here Zambiro getting ganked here just before Herald. He's gonna try his best to waddle out, but it's not really gonna work out. Raccoon is also here to secure the deal, and that is indeed um, a Cho'Gath going down. A little while later here, though, we do see Nano on his way, and he will be fighting with Drakor. He does land the root into a long range W and alt, securing a solo kill for his team. Yeah, so it's been pretty much an entire game of these solo plays just either working out or not. And here we see Starforger just deleting Ali Hagar or from the map there. This Corki was really strong at this point, having Trinity Force, while Zaya in this case is yet to complete the item. Perhaps was not expecting that level of damage. Starforger does end up going down here, as well as we see Mayor on Kane and Melkart on Rakan returning the favor. We also have a fight here at the 17th minute. Let's get to it. So we see Ali here can see that Brickcoon is around the... Oh, bit of a jump scare there, I'm afraid. So we see here Ali is trying to see if he can get blue, but he is wary, and Brickcoon was there to try and secure him. The cleanse into the Zaya alt and root does manage to get him away. He did burst the plant as well, giving him a bit of speed. For those that don't know, if you are seeing the enemies, that plant does give you a bit of speed. Meanwhile now Mayer, he does spot Amumu on his blue buff, and while his mid is being under siege, he chooses to contest it. We already see Awaken rotating here, and he is followed up by Melkart, but the decision to go and fight Starforger is there, while Mayer does go down here in a 3v2 situation. It's not looking the best here for Waffle Warriors. I wanted to also highlight one of the first fights we actually had as a team. It wasn't too bad. So as we can see here, from the perspective of Waffle Warriors, they are getting collapsed on by the rest of Aversio, while they're trying to take their red. We do see Brickcoon trying to find an ult, and the Syndra stun does land from Drakor. Zambir and Ali combo to take down Drakor, but the damage was done, and Brickcoon does manage to take down Ali here. All in the meanwhile, Starforger is just pushing on mid. He does get comboed by Nano, but he will be walking away from that. And to the best of my knowledge, not much happens after. But it was a close dodge there. Nice flash from Nano to secure that Starforger does not land that missile. As you can see, the fights have been going a bit more in Aversio's favor, and they do capitalize after a fight like that. So the one more play we have here highlighted, which was potentially showing the difference just in just sheer damage. As we can see, Aversio is on one side and the Waffle Warriors on the other. The Kane is spotted and Brickcoon does hop over. Now he takes a bit of time here, waddling around, trying to get an alt angle, and he does find Melkart and Mayer. The rest of Aversio are here, and just the sheer AoE damage between Aigloss and Starforger on Corki pretty much melts the entirety of Waffle Warriors. The double flash coming out from Aigloss and Awaken to finish off Nano. Zambiro almost pinches another kill here, and it does look very close. But due to the range difference here, he does need to pay attention, as they can kite him out. The stun coming through, and that is indeed what happens. Zambiro also ends up falling. So from this moment forward, Aversio pretty much take up what's left of the map. As we can see here, all towers are down except the last three, and the rest was history after Baron. Thank you, Luke. Back to you.
Thank you, Jansen. And we will be heading into the MVP interview. And I just see if there's someone ready to go over for the MVP interview. So, waiting on the MVP. Seeing the Star Forger in chat, perhaps you want to make your way here. You've been called the MVP, perhaps. Um, Waiting for someone to ever to join the chat, and we will um, start the MVP interview. We're seeing Eyeglass MVP from Brickoon here. Interesting. Top the fellow by fear. So we might be seeing Eyeglass for an interview here. I am waiting. Eyeglass. As we wait for a bit until we get someone to join in here.
Hello.
Hello, Eyeglass. It does seem that you've been called for the MVP interview.
Yes, I got sent by the Star Forger because apparently I was 4k gold ahead of him. So
You also
GP.
do the most damage this game with 32k damage on this Gangplank. Um, I want to start with a question, and I want to start with the spicy one. I've been told by the Star Forger that you either go like 1-9 on this Gangplank or 9-1 on the Gangplank. No in between. Is this true?
It used to be true, but I've discovered a new strat. Credits to Solar Baka. Don't know if you noticed the starting item.
No, I did not actually.
It was Sapphire Crystal.
Ooh. So that does give you the lane survivability that you don't get snowballed against, basically.
So basically, the idea is you get the first 3 waves, you recall, you sell it, and you buy Sheen.
Oh, interesting.
That's why Cho'Gath almost died before the first grubs. I had Sheen, he had a Ruby Crystal. Ruby Crystal, yep.
That is very interesting there. So you basically just deny the pressure of your first 3 levels, and after that level 3 reset, you just have Sheen, and at that point, GG, well played. Lane is won. I also don't think Cho'Gath was the best response once Gangplank has already been selected. I'm not sure if you agree with me.
It's a good counter matchup, to be honest.
It is. I always
Yes.
hated it when I was Cho'Gath versus Gangplank.
It largely depends on if you can land your Q. If he lands 2 Qs, I'm within kill threat.
Oh, I see.
Awaken can attest to this. He used to counter pick me every turn, every fight. Yeah, Awaken chose a counter to GP, as you can see there.
Yeah, he's in the chat telling me. So I was wrong the entire time. I really hated whenever I was Shogun against the Gangplank. It did feel like, man, it just means I don't hit my Qs, man. It is what it is. I see. So with that,
His Q level 5 is like 250 damage, so
fair
2
enough.
Qs and he can flash.
Fair enough. So now I have a question which is related to perhaps LCM. Ignoring Agony and HJ. I think I already asked this one, I don't remember. But who would be your favorite? Not in terms of winning the LCM, but just in general, just your favorite team currently in the LCM.
That's a tough question. Let me see, because I remember the teams, but I forgot the names, so I need to check.
Fair enough. I'll give you some time. I will remind that you are unable to pick Agony and you're unable to pick Hugh, because you would say these two are like the only two who are currently winning, right? So they are two of the strongest currently in the league.
I think I liked Gladiators. For their rank, they played really well.
Interesting. So Gladiators, you're getting a shout out here. You're the favorite.
Griffin as well, to be honest.
Griffin haven't played a match yet, so they're a bit
Oh,
of
right.
a risky one, I would say. I really
When
excited
I
for
saw their
debut.
team, I was like, okay, they might be onto something. I haven't seen
They're
them play,
cooking.
but yes.
They just need to show us, and as well, I think there's Kabachi, if I'm not mistaken, still have to play. So, two teams which still have to showcase, and I'm looking forward to their debuts in the LCM. And a different question now: what team do you like enjoying watching the most in terms of content? Who brings the most content to the table?
Has to be Timo, I think.
Timo, another fan favorite when it comes to content. They got a shout out here. GG, well played to them. I mean, they're playing amazingly. So we also had a debate today in the draft, right? Who won the draft here? And If you had to look objectively at today's draft, do you think that you had a draft advantage, or was like something like which you didn't like perhaps about the draft?
I think their issue is that they had Kane.
I see.
J4 was open. I mean, yeah, with that comp, if you have J4, you just ult someone and Cho'Gath Q into Rakan ult. Zaya is always safe, so we can afford to dive.
I see. And makes sense. Makes sense. And there was a long
But
pause today. And also,
yes,
if you want to finish your previous point, go ahead. You can. Uh,
the pause basically was, I think it was obvious. We had a role swap
mhm.
mid draft
Yeah, makes sense.
because we saw Yone, Darius, and they saw Bend. We said, okay, Corki is strong, so let's pick Corki and flex it in mid and ADC because Enrico Awaken plays ADC as well.
Yeah.
But then in the second rotation, when we saw Sylas and Shin Bend, we said, okay, why don't we send Brickun Amumu jungle because he plays jungle? We can put Syndra on mid lane and we just get Starforger to play Corki because
Start.
Brom is a good support of Enrico's as well. So
You just put.
we played around with champions and try to fit the champion according to the role.
So that was the reason for the pause. There were some confusion whether the role swaps are allowed. I'll quickly do an announcement while in this interview that role swaps are a normal thing in pro play, and there are teams who are built around these role swaps who sometimes like flex. I know that like G2 for example might have done it once or twice where they send caps and perks, they would swap them around because they can't play both roles. So a very normal thing to do if you have players that are strong in multiple roles. Why not make advantage of it as a team? The most important role thing is that you have a sub in LCM. You need to inform the other team prior to 24 hours before, which you guys are doing, and thus no rules were really getting broken. So we have cleared up the pause because I was told I could not open up the chat because I would see some Starforger saying things I should not be allowed to be said on stream.
Yep. Good heads up, whoever it was.
The Starforger himself.
Well done.
bro was like aware. Oh no, uh, I should not have done that, and at least he was smart enough to let us know.
And
Um,
last comments on the draft. I mean, they targeted the Bens well. I'm not sure about the Silas Ben. That was a bit questionable. None of us play it. It's there are no really high value ultimates that you should be scared of if we pick Silas.
I,
Shinzao makes sense.
since
But
yeah, I was seeing like the only ultimate which actually seems kind of viable is the Cho'Gath ult because you can use it to stack, you can use it actually as it's still really good. It does a lot of damage when you build a lot of AP on it. But other than that, Gangplank ult if stolen is viable. I would say
but we have GP.
yeah. So I mean,
So if we pick Silas, like we can steal our own ult.
yeah. Yeah. Wait. I'm realizing. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. There aren't actually that many which because they banned it. Yeah. Uh. No. The rest not really something you would steal. So you're right in that regard. And with
And
that,
just apologies for the Shan ban, but I was forced to.
I mean, it happens, man. You need to pay respect. You don't underestimate your opponents, and I think that's something to admire of the best teams in the tournament are doing. They're still playing their best games, even against teams
Mhm.
which are, the underdogs. So I think the
But to be
underdog teams
honest, I
appreciate
wanted
that.
a rematch because I faced him in solo queue and it was kind of a stomp for him. But I wanted a rematch, a fair one.
I see, I see. Well, the rematch is gonna have to wait for another solo queue game. Unfortunately, I feel like loss. Or
Uh,
if they make it up to top eight, do you think Waffle Warriors can possibly reach top eight?
I mean, there are 14 teams in total.
Yeah,
I think top 8 is doable.
I
They
see.
will be rank 7 to 10, I think.
7 to 10. So aim to be on the top of the 7 to 10 Waffle Warriors, and you will 100% make it. And well, the final question, match of the week. Not sure if you had voted on it, but maybe what do you think from
Ooh,
the
not
upcoming
yet.
matches? You can quickly pull it up. What do you think Or which match are you the most excited for in the upcoming week?
It's in the announcements, right? Let me see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Some spicy ones coming up. Some very spicy ones are coming up.
I mean, tomorrow, Horizon versus HUJ, I think, would be the best game.
I will say, yeah, that is, I think, definitely in my top two.
The
I'm
draft will be the most interesting for sure. Let
Ooh,
it
the
say.
draft
Let's
will
put it.
cook. The draft, I'm expecting a lot of cooking to happen in the draft. Another thing I'm looking forward to, it is gonna be Kabochis and Griffin. I'm not sure if Griffin are playing. No, Griffin will not play. So just looking at Kabochi's debut will be very interesting to see how they debut and what they're gonna cook. And really
Tough
excited
debut,
for
to be
anything.
fair.
Yeah, against Horizon. So back to back tomorrow Horizon games. And my personal favorite team is playing on Sunday against Agony. So, I'm looking forward to how Gladiator Agony goes for me as well. So,
GND.
thank you, Iglos. Match to look out for tomorrow at 5:30. Hopefully, we can see you in chat. I think it is going to be streamed on High Tech Cross chat. I will quickly check. Tomorrow's stream will be on High Tech Row, and I will be streaming the other games. So, from 8:30 and 9:30 will be streamed on me. The previous games from 5:30 and the 7 p.m. game will be streamed on High Tech Row. So follow both streamers or just check out the announcements, keep up to date, join the Discord server. There's a link there. Iglos, thank you for coming for this interview, and I wish you the best of luck in the upcoming games.
Thank you, dude. Good luck tomorrow as well.
Bye bye for now.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao ciao. And with that, I will be closing out the stream. Thank you guys. Thank you all for joining. You've been a pleasure to have around. We had a good number of people watching this match. Waffle Warriors did not come up on top. However, they did fight. They did fight. My lisp today is insane, man. They did fight violently. Valiantly. Oh my god, violently. It was violent, to be fair. A lot of kills were dropped in that match. Good job on them. We just hope that the content keeps coming, and tomorrow 4 games, the day after Thursday 4 games, a lot of content is getting cooked. And with that, I will be heading out. Adios guys, see you again next time tomorrow. Bye bye. Wee.